like button.
Spider, what did you say? Yeah, you tried to solicit me and my homies to go bust on a 9-7 hood day. You tried to solicit me and my homies to go bust on a 9-7 hood days. We gonna do it. You trying to D-ride the 40s, bro. I'm about to air it out because you're not cripping like you did. Oh, my cripping. Nah, you ain't cripping like that, bro. No,
Flakko and that person. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be right back in the black box as we blow us a session. Oh, my mama. The big fella, Damian Porter, a.k.a. Chinaman 11 Deuce Hoover. What did the title say? This time I'll be scrolling looking for a reason to react, and I know all three people on the thumbnail. It was T-RELL, Chinaman, Poetik, Flakko. Three people I know personally. Known Chinaman the longest, then Flakko, then T-RELL. But he's calling YouTubers snitches. Seems like we got a snitchuation. So I figure with no further ado, let's see what Damian Porter claims these other two have been up to. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Let's get it.
YouTube snitches are out of line. They're out of pocket, and really, they need to be dealt with. They're out of control. And I'm referring to T-RELL to be specific. I'm about to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. He's out of line for what he did in this video. So is Poetik Flakko. Hell, so is Damian Porter. I was out of line. I was out of pocket yesterday for even covering this stuff, for playing this. And I'm referring to this murder solving that's going on the internet as it relates to Drakeo the ruler. Now, a few mistakes were made.
Calling him, only it takes a certain character, quality of character of a man to not only hold himself accountable, but publicly, to do so publicly without no pressure, not being prompted. I have to salute that on my mama. However, I don't know if I deem it necessary. However, those sentiments are kind of like why it can be explained why I was the last to comment on it whatsoever, and my commentary has been extremely limited. So I understand why he may feel disappointed in himself. But big fella, you ain't really did nothing. It ain't that big a deal.
Yesterday, bear with me. Let me get into this real quick. First of all, I made a mistake. I want to apologize to my viewers. I misspoke. I said that Drakeo the ruler was an Inglewood blood. He is not. I knew that already. Like, I meant to say he had a problem with the Inglewood blood. Somehow it came out that he was an Inglewood blood. I do know that he's not. Wherever he's from, that doesn't even matter. What I did get right is that he's dead, and that they're trying to put the murder on a particular individual who has not been charged with this murder. They're trying to say that Munchie B, threw him under the bus, but Munchie B never even mentioned a name. Everyone is just assuming the name that he was referring to.
He didn't mention a name. However, to go on the Fed quarters, to go on Rockstar, the same place he told me he was never going back on, I deleted the app because of the experience in Rockstar room. Munchie was in Rockstar room when he told the world that he gets paid to gangbang and he reports crimes to an app that is tapped into the police. Crazy that he's back in Rockstar room. And now he in there talking about he associates with the killer that is not being arrested, like you say, China. So that means the police are going to at least be interested at the Fed quarters host to see, hey, you feel me? He at least created a reason for them people to want to holler at him, to say the least. Oh, my mama. I don't see how you can see it any other way.
Nevertheless, I apologize because I got that wrong, or I misspoke. Got it wrong, misspoke, all the same thing. In fact, Drakeo, the ruler, is an individual who made songs dissing Inglewood, called them Ingle Weird or something and all this, and he had a problem with them. And many people believe that this helped to lead to his death. But these individuals, and I'm not, me myself, I'm not covering this anymore. This is it. I'm done. As far as Drakeo, the ruler, and what happened with him and his life and who may have done it. This is not a who done it. I don't know who did it. It's none of my business who did it. So I got caught up in this content as well yesterday. I saw it everywhere. It was sort of trending. It was going viral, what Munchie B had said on Clubhouse and this and that. I let myself get caught up into it, but it's not that serious. It's not worth it. The views are not worth it. However many views there are, because this is an open case. Now, for someone else, it may be fine. For someone who's not on the street or doesn't live a street life, I don't either anymore, but I still live by a certain code. I'm going to conduct myself a certain way, whether it's on the internet or not. And so I'm not trying to get involved in an open murder investigation.
Me either.
Now, if someone is convicted of it, if Flakko,
if someone else's, I don't want my name thrown around that may cause me to become the subject of one. I promise I will not. I will return the favor to everyone. I will not say your name to cause you to become perhaps suspected of doing anything illegal. Oh, my mama. I did not tell the world that Nina girl raped the homegirl, tried to rape her, took the punani. I did make it public sourcing information for law enforcement to become aware. You know who did? Deuce Sims. Man, and now that I know how to go to Instagram, but I will have to stop sharing this, which I don't want to do. If I could take you to Instagram and show you what Deuce M's, he's on Instagram right now. Go to Active Chucks on Instagram and see how he feel about Nina girl, calling him the YouTube police after he sat up there and went on a campaign while Deuce M's was exposing him for doing the homegirl bad. He sat up there on panels with him, thought he was smutting me, and now Deuce M's is smutting him. After Deuce M's tried to get me to smut him right on the black box for basically robbing the grave. His brother from Brim's passed, which is Deuce M's hood. That's his homie. Deuce M's called me talking about the wife is mad. Nina Boy did a GoFundMe and raised all this money and didn't break bread with the family. And she wanted to come on what's that shit was called? Damu Kiwe Conversations and put Nina Boy on blast. I called Nina Boy cousin Iceman from 6ix9ine, chopped it up with Cuz. Hit Deuce M's. I made a request for Deuce M's. Nah, bruh, please don't run that content. Deuce M's obliged. Bam. But he had interest in putting Nina girl on blast way back then. Nina girl, after I tried to warn him, all right, that nigga's a slow tard. It's crazy. But right now, if you go on Deuce M's page, somebody sent it to me, you got to scroll like all the way because he's clowning a bunch of YouTubers. Flakko might be on there, a few faces. And the last one is Nina girl. I said, ain't that? I was scrolling, wondering why somebody sent me this. This is my dog. He know I don't give a fuck what Dookie Mouth M's post. But I maybe go all the way to the last one, and I got it. Nina girl, wow.
Go convict someone of this.
Did he catch Flakko in that pose on purpose? That's a bad pose. That's a fly sweater, Cosby-ish. That's a fucked up pose.
And this person is arrested, goes to jail, and is convicted, and goes to prison. Then yeah, I'll probably cover it. Like, man, this dude then cracked a murder case once someone is convicted. But as long as no one has been arrested and convicted, then you're putting a case on someone, possibly. And I'm helping by even covering it.
Oh, that's what
I'm good.
Oh.
I'm going to apologize to Munchie B and YG for getting caught up in this. I don't mean to mention y'all name and nothing like this. I don't know what the hell happened with this situation, man. But let's watch RELL. I played this yesterday, but I'm going to do it again. I need to break this some of this stuff down. These individuals are out of line. They are out of pocket. I'm going to cover Flakko again because Flakko just made threats, if you will, against gang members. I mean, he says he doesn't walk alone, ever. He gave a little story about being in Vegas and how he had his thing with him and he was ready. I'm going to get into that. Because, let me just play this first. Bear with me, though. Don't go nowhere. It's probably about to get heated up in here.
Or the nigga who found out from the police and is saying, hey, bro, this what I know, my nigga. If you did it, hey, man, if you did it, man, cut the ankle monitor off and get out of Dodge, nigga.
I don't think he's going to get a lot of slack from him. He's going to get a lot of slack from one area. From the other area, from the fans that he's talking about, like, they're going to love him.
Poetik Flakko was potentially saying, hey, I know who the police is looking at for this murder. How is that different than Ho No Honey coming to the interview saying, hey, the police is looking at Big U for the murder in Vegas? This shit is crazy.
They're going to love him unconditionally if Flakko actually figures this out and he's correct. He's going to be loved. They might start putting, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to put the hashtag of what they already put for this man, dog. But they're going to love Flakko, bro, unconditionally, because no one has came out and said this shit. Not even his siblings. You hear me? So
crazy, right?
It's finna be crazy, bro. I'm finna be waiting.
And look how Flakko just laughing, eating cheese, and eating all of this nonsense up that RELL is feeding him. And it is nonsense. And RELL is out of line and out of pocket. He needs a DP. If he's from a hood, they say he is, he needs to be booted off of that hood immediately.
Whoa, is that a cyber boot from the big fella? Because we know why everything is orange at RELL platform. What's happening, RELL? The big fella getting at you, cuz.
The fact that he has not, it tells me all that I need to know about this game these days and why I don't want to be a part of it and why you should not either. The man is here just discussing an open murder investigation and encouraging this individual to continue with his investigation upon what we know to be a gang member he's talking about, or whoever he's talking about. But in this case, it's a gang member. That is important for many reasons. And the individual who was killed was a gang member. So this is some gang stuff, gang beef. Perhaps it was his music and all of that as well, but whatever. He was from a gang, and they're accusing someone from a gang of unaliving him. So you have nothing to do with this, Flakko, because you're not a gang member. You're not the police. Why are you doing the police's bidding? And
I'm not sure as to why gang members are so concerned as to why non-gang members or what non-gang members have to say about gang activity. Like, do you not realize as gang members, you have stepped into the public forum where everybody else is at, and you're putting your activities on display? These are things that are supposed to be done in the dark, secret. No one should know about them. These squares of these civilians are not coming, peeking, sending drones in the hood, dropping off cameras, trying to figure out. This is information that's readily available right here on the World Wide Web.
this is very dangerous. Now, I'm not going to come down on Flakko. I have until April 9th to get my strike off. For one. And
April 9th, that's my brother's birthday. It'd be what's 7 plus 6? No, hell no. He was born in 87. This is 26. Oh, how did you get to 6 from 7, you gotta add 9. So he'll be 39. God, that boy working on 40 years.
I'm trying to hang in there.
April 9th is his birthday. Love you, Derek. Happy birthday soon.
And for 2, this is the internet, and there's no need for me to be going crazy or talking crazy.
Facts, big fella.
On the internet.
Facts.
I'll just say that it's a dangerous game that he is playing. At the end of the day, he's a civilian. As the argument and the debate rages on in the community, whether or not it's snitching, if it's a non-member, a non-gang member that's making that 911 call or assisting in an investigation.
It may be a blurred line, hard to navigate, but he is not announcing to the police anything. He is not even proposing that he might. He's saying, hey, I know who the police believe to be responsible. That's what this is like. People are reacting as if he's saying, hey, officers, if you don't know, guess what? I do. No, he's telling the public, hey, the police got their eye on somebody and I know who it is. It's a big difference, y'all.
Because he doesn't live by a certain code that these gang members live by, because he's a non-gang member. Understandable. Also understand this. Grandmothers have been killed in the hood. You can like it or not, right or wrong, and it is wrong. But grandmothers.
The big fella going deep.
People's mothers. I remember sitting in the pen. I was in High Desert, and seeing this dude from Compton, I believe he was, used to be or whatever. But I shouldn't even. I'm not sure. But this was a while ago. Where he was from, I know he was a Crip or blood, but he snitched. He was going to court, and the individuals that he snitched on, he was snitching on 2 or 3 dudes. They killed his mother. They killed his mother, and they had to put a mask on him while he was going to court to hide his identity. No, he was sick. Oh man, it was bad. He had to live with that for the rest of his life. I only recite this to say how serious this snitching can get. Now, again, grandmothers have been killed. They live in the hood.
It definitely has.
They call the police because someone is selling drugs outside of their house.
It definitely has been like that in pockets of time, definitely in times past. Not sure how much that element is still present. Not saying that it isn't, but you don't hear about it definitely like you once did.
In front of their home, right there on the street or whatever, but close enough to them where they're uncomfortable. They call the police, or they witness a shooting because the hood where they're at is gang infested, and they call the police. I know little Keith around the corner. I watched them grow up. That's who did it. I know exactly who he is. He's like my son. And they go knock on grandma's door and say, don't go to court, grandma. Change your story. Don't tell them that it was me selling drugs. Or don't tell them it was me that did the shooting. And no, I'm not going to change my story. You guys need to clean up the neighborhood, clean up the community. And grandma is gone. They come back and kill grandma.
Hey,
these individuals have no mercy.
As you said, and grandma's gone.
When it comes to certain stuff like this. And so all I'm saying is, if that can happen to a grandmother, someone's mother, because they snitched, and they're not gang members, they don't live by a code, they have a right to call the police and call 911 and report a crime, you say? Yes. It's still costing their life. So why would Poetik Flakko be any different than a grandmother or a mother? He's here on the internet trying to solve an open case, and it's open because no one has been arrested for it. People be arrested 50 years later for murders. No statute of limitations.
Facts. I know a nigga from Compton, Southside Compton, my nigga Tiny Ace, cuz had moved out the state Did he move to Vegas or did he move like out to Victorville? He moved far from Compton, grew up, squared his life out, married, family. 20-some years later, they come knocking at his door, and Cuz got found guilty for a 20-something-year-old murder. Cuz shit that, it's crazy. It does happen.
It was an open case.
Free Cuz, East up.
And why are you trying to solve that one? Who killed Biggie? You know, solve that case if that's the case. What, you know, who killed John F. Kennedy? Who killed?
Why the outrage at this case when after all the coverage of the Biggie, is so much conversation, documentation, and guessing, wondering, suspecting in media of who killed Biggie, Tupac, and others. It's crazy. I remember one time when the homies first bump heads with the Gray Streets. It was National Geographic. They did I'm talking about the shit had just, it wasn't even months old. It was just cracking. They did a whole big old documentary, graphic, bullshit ass story covering it on National Geographic. And it's like, as much as the homies didn't appreciate it, I'm sure the greats didn't appreciate it even more, just as much. Nobody felt like, we're going to, National Geographic need to get a bomb dropped on it. I think people, because this is new age of media, people like Flakko, for one, RELL, he is affiliated. Flakko, unaffiliated, always is presented himself as such, but because he's so close to the culture, people expect from him what they don't expect from National Geographic. And I don't put that type of responsibility on Flakko.
Abraham Lincoln. I mean, what are you talking about? Why are you worried about it? It's not like Drakeo the Ruler is his friend or something. It's on, you know, this is for content. But this is not content. But again, I'll let them do what they do. But RELL is supposed to be a member, so he does live by a certain code and a certain street code, and snitching is disallowed in this code. So to be sitting here on the internet, on YouTube, talking about his fans are going to love you for solving this case. Yeah, but the individual who you put in prison, his fans are not going to love you. Tell him both sides of this, bro, that his fans are going to hate you. His homeboys, because he is a gang.
Much more. I just want to tell the big fella, I don't believe he's trying to put the police up on any information. Well, if anyone put the police up on any information that they weren't aware of, it's Munchie letting the police know, hey, I'm close to the guy. Take a look in my circles. Y'all arrested me in the alley. He may have been one of them guys for all we know. You digitalize Munchie, let them know, hey, if you do got a suspect, I'm going to give you a clue if you how to code. It's a guy that might be around me passing a bottle all the time. You digitalize. Flakko is just saying, as a member of media, a reporter, a journalist, hey, I got the scoop on who the police are already looking at. Facts.
Member are going to hate you. You're putting a target on your back. It's not funny and sweet like that, like you thinking it is. It's not a game. You're out yourself doing this on the internet and laughing and smirking. He cheesing from ear to ear when he says that his fans are gonna love you. He, you know, yeah, man, yeah, you know, bro. Whatever adoration you may receive from his fans, a couple of his fans, it's not worth it. Believe me. I know Drakeo the Ruler was, you know, he's big enough. You had solved the murder of Tupac or something, yeah, maybe his fans would really, really love you like that. But we all know what happened with all of these situations, bro. If you're in the street, you know what happened already with all of these situations. Everyone knows.
If that be the case, big fella, best believe law enforcement knows as well.
But how come the police hasn't solved the case yet?
Who told the police that was Eric Holder on that video?
How come Flakko has all of this information, but the police don't even have it? But again, I'll rather focus on T-RELL because he's the one. I can go on.
That's your homie.
On and on about Flakko and what he's doing. But T-RELL is the one encouraging this. And then he's about to go on and say, F the streets basically and what they think about it. You must not be from the street no more, anymore. You're done. Talking like that, it's over.
This is it.
What hood can you go to talking like this?
Now that sounded more and more like a cyber put off. T-RELL, you be demanding responses out of motherfuckers. You got to say something about this, cuz you got to holler at the big fella. Keyway, invite him to that orange couch.
You can go to any hood, and all of y'all need to get the hell out of that hood now. Go while you still can, bro. Seriously.
Wow. That's deep.
The game is shot. It's done. Cooked. The moment individuals can get on the internet and have this sort of discussion, and all kinds of people are covering it, and I did as well.
Boy, I've been through a situation personally, right here publicly in these YouTube streets, where about my own hood, I would just definitely have to say the same exact thing that Cuz just said. If Cuz can go and it's cool, and you got anything to say about anybody else, especially me, this is one of these. Oh, my mama.
Foolishly. I'm out. I'm out of the game. I'm done with this conversation, with this open murder investigation, and these dudes trying to get someone in a murder case, openly saying that this is what he's trying to do, that he knows who did it, and he's about to bust him open. And Zesty, man, these dudes were sitting here laughing and smiling, and they gonna love you. What's going on here, bro? This ain't cool. This is not gangster.
Too, because I want to react to it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a rebuttal.
Hold on, bro.
I got a rebuttal.
Hold on real quick. Hold on, man.
What?
Because listen.
I can't wait.
Because I'll be real, bro. A lot of LA reaction channels have DM'd me and hit me up saying, man, hey, bro, when that shit dropping, bro?
Not me.
Niggas
They can't wait.
who know the information, niggas who know the information don't want to say it themselves. They want for me to say it, so now they can.
So they can add on to
when
it.
this shit drop, listen, when this shit drops on T-RELL, this is gonna feed LA content for probably like what, a year? Because
you gotta.
It's not gonna feed LA content for a year. Not this LA content.
The big fella don't like that shit.
I will never speak on it.
Oh, wow.
Ever.
Oh, he don't like that shit.
I'm cool. I'm done. I'll never speak on it again. As I said, unless someone is not just arrested, but, well, maybe even arrested. They could put the cuffs on someone. That would be nasty work. That would be crazy. But if someone is convicted of it, then yeah, I'll probably cover it. It's like, dude been convicted. I'll cover what happened with the case in the courtroom and all that and how they convicted him or whatever. Yeah, if he's convicted. But as long as no one has been arrested for this case, it's an open case, and he's saying he's just going to make content pointing a finger at someone. Not someone that's been arrested, just pointing a finger at someone. And all the LA content creators are going to run to it and cover it, him pointing a finger at what we know to be a gang member about a murder. And we're going to all put it on our channels. No, not me.
Big fella, you bet not. Go watch AK-47, King AK-47 video. He dropping names, neighborhoods, and some more shit.
I'm good. If the dude is arrested and convicted or what have you.
However, too, big fella, you know it's been stated that the actual event and action is on cam.
Then okay, I'm a content creator. But trying to get someone arrested and convicted, conjecture, surmising that this individual committed this crime No, I don't want any parts of that because
Yeah, that's not for me, not for you. But if you just think back and think about it, Channel 5, 11, and 2, 13, that's what they do. Flakko has made it clear from day uno. Not only does he not approve of the culture, he is on the side that would not mind of getting rid of it. However, this is not an action in that way. He's playing into the character, the personality that he has always presented. And he is like Channel 2, Channel 13. This is what they do. They get the hot information. He is not like the precinct saying, hey, I've been in the streets. I figured it out. Let the cops know. That's different. And it seems to be as that's the way it's being viewed highly. It's kind of different. He's saying, hey, I'm more closer to the law and I'm finna let the streets know what the law is thinking, saying behind the scenes.
how do you know this? And how do you know this? And the police do not. How do you know the police don't know it? Well, because no one has been arrested.
Just because no one has been arrested doesn't mean the person that the police are looking for has made itself available to be arrested. It doesn't mean that there's not a warrant out for said individual's arrest. I don't understand how you come to that conclusion, big fella. You know these things.
How long ago did Drake get killed?
The reason why there is no statute of limitations on limitations on murders is because of this very fact. People can evade, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Before I got out.
You see how long it took me to get that last dude that escaped from that prison? Was that out in St. Louis, Louisiana?
Prison. I believe.
Whitey Bulger?
It's been some years. No one has been arrested. Been long enough. So again, how do you know who did it, but the police don't? You don't. If they don't, you're not the damn police. You think you are, but you're not the police. They've done an investigation and still haven't arrested anyone. You didn't go to the crime scene. You didn't collect any evidence. You haven't spoken to any witnesses. They've done all of that. And with all of that, they still haven't arrested anyone. They still don't know who did it or don't feel like they have enough evidence against the person who they feel like did it to make an arrest and get a conviction. Perhaps they're still investigating the case, trying to build a case. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this situation. I'm not the police. But whatever the case, at this juncture, no one has been arrested. These dudes out of line, bro.
Be so detailed to where when those other LA YouTubers and bloggers get into.
As a matter of fact, if you want to hear the rest of the big fella's commentary, he got about 10 more minutes. Going over there to his channel, The Inside Story with Damian Porter. He got a lot of great content. Good dude. I know him personally. I've been on a level 3 prison yard with him in excess of 30 years ago, man. Salute to Flakko, RELL, and China, man. Jeter, gratitude is that.
Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. No, serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 Rock, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie?
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
That person. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.